Hello, Jake and Robin. Wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the Giles home cabinet designs. Okay, we've got your last round of revisions completed. One thing that I've changed that we did not talk about is this fridge unit. I wanted it to conceal more of the side of the fridge. And I've looked up your fridge here, this cafe. I've actually done this cafe a couple of different times, and I find that it works best if you do a 30-inch leg on each side. So I'm making this overall unit here 30 inches in depth. The unit to the right of it, I've currently got at 26 inches in depth, so it steps back a little bit. Inside this unit here, I've got cookie sheet dividers. Of course, I've got a drawer below. Let's see here. As for your vent hood in your email here, let's get back to your email. Here we go. It's a hood designed to match pick. I don't know that I actually got a pick for this, or if you sent it to me, I'm not sure where it is now. So if we can verify what the hood design needs to look like. You put no toe kicks throughout house. So depending on what you're doing, I don't know if you're wanting to run your baseboard all the way around the bottoms of all of these, or if there's a specific height that you want this to be. Right now, I've just kept it so that my bottom of my drawers are the same that I usually would, which makes for a 6.5-inch bottom rail. So if we're looking at the side profile of one of these cabinets here, the bottom rail itself is 6.5 with our 5/8 overlay, leaving 5 7/8 to the very bottom edge of all the drawer fronts or doors. Depending on if you're like running a base detail or something, the height of that may be helpful to know what you're going to do here. I will note that typically, we do a toe kick for sure, at least, underneath like a cooking area or at the sink. Let me know if that's what you want me to do. Right now, we've got it drawn without a toe kick detail anywhere. But it makes sense if you're standing at the sink that it might be useful to have some kind of toe clearance, at least at the sink and in front of the cooktop. Let's see here. Of course, we've got drawers all throughout this kitchen, ton of drawers in this kitchen. Any of the shelves that I have inside the cabinets by default will be adjustable. So for instance, these uppers left and right, I've got adjustable holes all the way up and down. I've got a chase back here for your plumbing, and your plumbing kind of came out of the floor kind of in a big amount right here. But if you wanted to, I could adjust this unit so that it kind of uses more of the space. Maybe have these two units go back, but then still leave this unit stepped back. Let me know if you like this idea, or if we should just keep it like it is with the full chase all the way back behind. I'm going to switch to the butler's pantry now. And I think the only thing we changed in here was just making sure the uppers were 42 inches. That's what we're at right now. This 42 inches. The flex room. Okay, for the flex room, I have a reference photo here. So your plumbing came out basically right here. Of course, we've got our unit here, and then we've got our cabinet starting here. So right now I've got my sink kind of just centered pretty close to the center of the plumbing. Did in your email here, it says sink is centered. Did you want me to shift the center of the sink down so that it's centered, like maybe centered on these windows or just centered on this run? If so, have you moved the plumbing that was here? Or do you want the plumbing routed like kind of behind drawers in order to get it so that it's, oh look, there's only one window. I'm not sure why we had two windows drawn up there. That window does not exist. Okay, we need to delete this window. It makes me question my spacing on this window. It's probably over here. Anyways, if you want me to shift the sink down, just let me know, and I can move it, centered on this wall or however you like it. Right now, these two lines right here symbolize where the plumbing location was when I went out last and measured. If you have moved this plumbing down, let me know as well. Other than that, for actual build purposes, I think I actually have to I'm going to make these shelves shallower on this, the door case part, so that it opens up correctly and then doesn't completely cut off your whole opening, because you want to have some kind of opening once it is open. Left over is the distance from here to here will be a pinch point, depending on the depth that we make this unit. I'll play with the dimensions and everything on this, try to maximize my opening width here, but then also make it, feasible for shelves. In theory, I could decrease the overall depth, kind of like of this whole unit here if needed, which would adjust this unit too. Let me know your thoughts on this, or if you have any other thoughts. Utility room, I don't think we had any changes in here. Just an upper sink, drawers, fireplace. Oh, I guess if we, again, if we have a sink, whether or not you'd want a toe kick cut out or just leave it square to the floor. Fireplace. I think the only thing you had was a question mark of what my height was here. We did a 42-inch opening here for the television. See, water bath, pool bath. So we have swapped these. Let me go to 3D. Actually, I'll hide a couple of these here. So I'll hide this wall and this wall for now. Maybe this wall. Okay, good. I've got this unit stepped out just slightly, and that's just mostly just so the drop edge on the front of this bench kind of ties in neatly right here. I, uh, Aesthetically, I feel like this probably for sure needs to be brought down. Sometimes I'll make this bottom rail 3 inches instead, and then that way it's only a few inches off the floor for the actual bottom of the drawer. It kind of maximizes the height of this drawer. But if I do so, then I'll probably want to do the same thing, or the same thing across over here. Am I trying to figure out my line here? There we go. So it'll be kind of like that. Let me know if you have a specified number, though, that you like for this space. Master bath. Let me hide some walls here. And all walls. I'll just show this one and this one for now. Maybe this one. Did we have any changes here? I guess you've cut the cabinet over the commode here, but we did not cut this one. So let me know if that's incorrect and you did want to cut this one as well over the commode, the master. Of course, we've got it stepping down for your lower counter section. Again, no toe kick anywhere. The more I look at this, and if you're not doing a base detail, I probably should decrease this space here. Just aesthetically, I feel like it probably needs some more, needs to be a little less, unless you're doing a baseboard covering, in which case it may need to stay that because of a reveal that you want to leave there. So let me look at this vanity quick. This is wall one. Wall one. Notice that I've got all my doors going all the way up with no false front. I do prefer to do this. I think it looks better aesthetically. But a lot of older cabinet builders, they like to put the false front right in here. Bath 2. I saw no changes for bath 2. It's pretty straightforward. It's a tall linen here, couple of doors, drawers. Again, like this linen inside here, all adjustable shelves. Just with I usually use just a 5 millimeter spoon type shelf pin, and I typically will provide a shelf with an edge band applied. I use a 1.5 millimeter edge band that we use with our edge band machine to apply. So it's very well adhered, and then it's a much thicker than what you would commonly see for edge band. Last room, bath 3. Let's see, of course, just a linen, drawers, and again, just adjustable shelves all the way up. The only fix being between the doors. Okay, well, thank you guys, and let me know if you have any other changes, or especially what your intentions were for this event. I think that's probably the biggest one that I have unresolved. And let me know how I can move forward on this. Thank you.